The man regained consciousness from his fainting and looked like he had just been in an accident. He immediately looked around and realized that his car was buried underground. He tried to open the car door, but his efforts were in vain because it was blocked. Panicked, he attempted to call for help, but his phone had no signal at all. Moments later, a tremor occurred, causing his car to sink even deeper. He started to think that if there were tremors like this, then he must be buried underground. He didn't know what to do and hoped that a rescue team would soon discover his situation. He then tried to recall what had happened by drawing his journey in a notebook. At first, everything was fine, but suddenly a landslide occurred, burying his car under the earth. He then realized that the sunroof was starting to crack due to the immense pressure of the soil. He had been trapped underground for about 8 hours, but there were no signs of help coming. When he opened the window, dirt poured into the car, and he quickly closed it again. Suddenly, the crack in the sunroof worsened, and he immediately patched it up with duct tape. He also used the steering wheel lock, and fortunately, his method was quite effective. He then drank all the water in his bottle and realized it was the only water he had. He prayed to God, but after finishing, he realized that praying alone was not enough. He had to do everything he could to get out of there. At first, he drank water that dripped from soil. Then he got an idea to use a small hole in the sunroof to collect water in his empty bottle. Once it was full, he took a tool from the car seat to create a hole in a metal pipe. He then made another hole in the sunroof so the pipe could reach the surface. Next, he punctured the bottle cap and tied a knot inside it, which he used to cover the pipe's end. He pushed the pipe upward to create an air hole, then used a wire to push the bottle cap until he finally saw light from the outside. He screamed as loudly as he could, hoping someone would hear him. Suddenly, another tremor hit, causing his head to slam into the metal pipe. He took off his shirt and used his belt as a bandage to stop the bleeding. After that, he could only sit weakly, thinking of ways to escape. Not long after, an aftershock struck, causing the rear of his car to collapse. He had no choice but to support the back of the car with all the metal pipes he had. In his desperation, he kept fighting by breaking the sunroof so that the soil above could fall into the car. While breathing through the spare tire, he immediately dug the dirt above him to escape. However, suddenly, another tremor occurred, completely burying his entire body. Miraculously, there was still slight movement, indicating that he was still alive. After struggling for so long, he finally managed to survive the landslide that had trapped him.